What if I told you that the secret to feeling decades younger isn't hiding in some expensive supplement bottle or doctor's prescription pad, but sitting right there in your local grocery store's produce section? I'm talking about 5 extraordinary fruits that have been quietly transforming the lives of people over 50 for thousands of years. Fruits that can help restore the energy you thought was gone forever, reignite the spark in your relationship, and make you feel more alive than you have in decades. But here's what's truly shocking. Most people walk right past these natural powerhouses every single day, completely unaware of their life-changing potential, and the medical establishment, they'd rather keep you dependent on expensive treatments than tell you about these simple natural solutions that have been proven by both ancient wisdom and modern science. My name is Charlotte, and I've spent the last 15 years researching natural health solutions specifically for people in their golden years. I'm not a doctor, I'm something better. I'm someone who's dedicated his life to uncovering the natural secrets that can help you reclaim your vitality without side effects, without prescriptions, and without breaking the bank. What I'm about to share with you today has helped thousands of people over 50 transform their energy levels, their relationships, and their entire outlook on aging. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which 5 fruits these are and how to use them to feel like you're 30 again. But first, if you're tired of feeling tired, if you miss the passion you once had, or if you're ready to discover what your body is truly capable of, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell, because what you're about to learn could change everything. The hidden truth about aging. Before we dive into these remarkable fruits, let me ask you something. When did you first start believing that feeling tired, losing your spark, and watching your vitality fade was just a normal part of getting older? Was it when your doctor told you it was just your age? When friends started talking about their aches and pains like badges of honor? Or maybe it was that moment when you looked in the mirror and realized you didn't recognize the tired person staring back at you. Here's what nobody tells you. Feeling exhausted, losing interest in intimacy, and accepting a lower quality of life isn't aging, it's malnutrition. Not the kind where you're starving, but the kind where your body is desperately crying out for specific nutrients that can only be found in nature's most powerful foods. You see, as we age, our bodies don't just need more rest, they need more of the right fuel. The same processed foods that might have sustained us in our 20s and 30s become toxic to our systems in our 50s, 60s, and beyond. Our circulation slows down, our hormone production changes, and our cellular energy factories, called mitochondria, start running on empty. But here's where it gets interesting. Ancient civilizations knew something we've forgotten. They understood that certain fruits weren't just food, they were medicine. The Egyptians called pomegranates the fruit of the gods. The Greeks believed figs could restore youth. Indigenous cultures around the world have used specific fruits to maintain vitality well into old age. Modern science is finally catching up to this ancient wisdom, and what researchers are discovering will blow your mind. These aren't just random fruits I'm going to share with you. Each one has been specifically chosen because of its unique ability to target the root causes of age-related decline. And the best part, you don't need a prescription, you don't need to worry about side effects, and you definitely don't need to spend hundreds of dollars on supplements that might not even work. The first miracle fruit, pomegranates, the circulation catalyst. Let me start with what I consider the king of all anti-aging fruits, the pomegranate. Now, I know what you're thinking, those messy things with all the seeds. Yes, exactly those. But what if I told you that inside every single one of those ruby red seeds lies a compound so powerful that pharmaceutical companies are desperately trying to synthesize it? Here's a story that will make you never look at pomegranates the same way again. Last year, I met a 67-year-old retired teacher named Sarah. She came to one of my workshops feeling defeated. She told me she couldn't even walk up a flight of stairs without getting winded. Her hands and feet were always cold, and she and her husband hadn't been intimate in over 2 years. Sarah had tried everything: exercise programs, vitamins, even hormone therapy. Nothing worked. That's when I introduced her to what I call the pomegranate protocol. Within just 3 weeks of eating 1 cup of pomegranate seeds daily, Sarah called me in tears. But these weren't tears of sadness. They were tears of joy. "Michael," she said, "I feel like I'm 40 again. I have energy, I'm warm all the time," and she paused, clearly embarrassed. "Let's just say my husband is very happy too." What happened to Sarah isn't magic, it's science. Pomegranates contain the highest concentration of a compound called punicolagon, found anywhere in nature. This powerful antioxidant does something remarkable. It literally reverses arterial aging. Think of your blood vessels like garden hoses. As you age, these hoses become stiff, narrow, and clogged with debris. Blood can barely trickle through, leaving your organs, muscles, and yes, your intimate areas starved for oxygen and nutrients. But punicolagon acts like a power washer for your arteries, clearing out the buildup and making your blood vessels flexible and strong again. But that's not all. Pomegranate Pomegranates also boost your body's production of nitric oxide, the same compound that expensive medications try to increase, but naturally and without side effects. More nitric oxide means better blood flow everywhere, including to areas that are crucial for intimacy and pleasure. For men over 50, this can mean stronger, more reliable performance without the embarrassment of pills or injections. For women, it means increased sensitivity, natural lubrication, and a return of desire that many thought was gone forever. But here's the part that really gets me excited. Pomegranates don't just improve circulation, they protect it. Every seed you eat is like depositing money in your health bank account, ensuring that tomorrow you'll feel even better than today. Now, you might be wondering, how do I eat these things without making a mess? I'll share the easiest method at the end of this video, but first let me tell you about the second fruit on our list, one that specifically targets the hormonal changes that rob us of our vitality. The second powerhouse, figs, the hormone harmonizer. If pomegranates are the king of circulation, then figs are the queen of hormonal balance. And let me tell you, balanced hormones after 50 can make the difference between feeling like you're falling apart and feeling like you're just getting started. Most people think of figs as just another sweet fruit, maybe something their grandmother used to eat. But figs have been revered for thousands of years as a symbol of fertility and vitality, and there's a very good reason why. Let me share another story with you. Robert, a 58-year-old contractor, came to me frustrated and embarrassed. His testosterone levels had plummeted. He was gaining weight around his middle no matter how hard he worked, and his wife was starting to worry about their relationship. His doctor wanted to put him on testosterone replacement therapy, but Robert had heard too many scary stories about the side effects. Instead, I introduced him to fresh figs, not dried figs loaded with sugar, but fresh, ripe figs eaten daily. The results were nothing short of remarkable. Within 6 weeks, Robert had lost 15 pounds. His energy was through the roof, and his testosterone levels had increased by 40% naturally. How is this possible? Figs contain a unique combination of amino acids, particularly arginine and leucine, that serve as building blocks for testosterone production. But unlike synthetic hormones that can throw your entire system out of whack, figs support your body's natural hormone production process. For women, figs offer something equally powerful. They're rich in compounds that help balance estrogen levels, reducing the uncomfortable symptoms of menopause while supporting healthy libido. Many women report that after adding figs to their daily routine, hot flashes diminish, sleep improves, and they start feeling like themselves again. But figs do something else that's absolutely crucial for people over 50. They support your adrenal glands. These small glands sitting on top of your kidneys are like your body's stress control center. When they're overworked and exhausted, you feel tired, anxious, and completely uninterested in intimacy. Figs provide the specific nutrients these glands need to function optimally. Here's what really sets figs apart from other fruits. They contain enzymes that improve digestion and nutrient absorption. As we age, our digestive systems become less efficient, meaning we might be eating healthy foods, but not actually absorbing their benefits. Figs help solve this problem, ensuring that every nutrient you consume is being put to good use. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Figs are expensive, and I can never find good ones. That's about to change because I'm going to share a secret about where to find the best figs and how to prepare them for maximum benefit. But first, let me tell you about the third fruit, one that specifically targets the energy drain that makes so many people over 50 feel like they're running on empty. The third energy booster, dragon fruit, the mitochondrial revitalizer. Now, I want to talk about a fruit that looks like it came from another planet, but holds the key to cellular energy that could make you feel like you have superpowers. I'm talking about dragon fruit, that exotic-looking pink and green fruit that you've probably seen in the store but never tried. Most people walk right past dragon fruit because it looks intimidating and expensive, but what they don't realize is that inside that alien-looking exterior lies one of the most powerful energy-boosting foods on the planet. Let me tell you about Maria, a 61-year-old grandmother who was convinced her best days were behind her. She was so exhausted that she had to take naps just to make it through the day. She'd given up on traveling, stopped cooking elaborate meals for her family, and was basically just going through the motions of living. Maria's daughter brought her to one of my seminars, and I could see the skepticism in her eyes when I started talking about dragon fruit. "It's just fruit," she said. "How could fruit possibly give me my life back?" I convinced her to try it for just 1 month. Every morning, she would eat half a dragon fruit on an empty stomach. By the end of week 2, something started to shift. By week 4, Maria was staying up past 10 p.m. for the first time in years, planning a trip to visit her grandchildren, and actually had energy left over at the end of the day. What makes dragon fruit so special? It all comes down to something called mitochondrial support. Your mitochondria are like tiny power plants inside every cell of your body. They take the food you eat and convert it into usable energy. But as we age, these power plants start breaking down and become becoming less efficient. Dragon fruit contains a unique combination of vitamins C and E, along with powerful antioxidants called betalains that literally repair and rejuvenate your mitochondria. It's like giving your cellular power plants a complete overhaul. But that's not all. Dragon fruit is also rich in iron and B vitamins, which are crucial for energy production and often deficient in people over 50. Many people are walking around with subclinical anemia, not severe enough to be diagnosed, but enough to make them feel constantly tired and weak. Here's something fascinating that most people don't know. Dragon fruit also contains natural prebiotics that feed the good bacteria in your gut. Why does this matter for energy and vitality? Because 70% of your immune system is located in your gut, and a healthy gut produces energy-boosting compounds that get absorbed into your bloodstream. For intimacy, dragon fruit offers unique benefits. The high vitamin C content supports collagen production, which keeps skin elastic and sensitive. The iron content ensures proper blood flow, and the natural sugars provide quick energy without the crash that comes from processed sweets. But here's the really exciting part. Dragon fruit has been shown to help regulate blood sugar levels, which is crucial for sustained energy throughout the day. Unlike other sweet fruits that can cause energy spikes and crashes, dragon fruit provides steady, sustained energy that lasts for hours. Now, I know you're probably wondering where to find dragon fruit and how to prepare it. The good news is that it's becoming more available in regular grocery stores, and preparation is easier than you think. But before I share those details, let me tell you about the fourth fruit, one that specifically targets the sleep issues that rob so many people over 50 of their vitality. The fourth sleep enhancer, tart cherries, the natural melatonin source. If you're over 50 and struggling with sleep, you're not alone. Poor sleep is one of the biggest energy thieves affecting people in their golden years, and it creates a vicious cycle. You can't sleep because you're stressed about not sleeping, and you can't manage stress because you're exhausted from not sleeping. But what if I told you that there's a fruit that contains more natural melatonin than almost any other food on earth? I'm talking about tart cherries, specifically Montmorency tart cherries, and they might just be the key to the best sleep of your life. Let me tell you about Frank, a 65-year-old retiree who hadn't slept through the night in over 5 years. He'd tried everything: prescription sleep aids that left him groggy, melatonin supplements that gave him weird dreams, even expensive sleep studies that didn't provide any real solutions. Frank was at his wit's end when his wife convinced him to try what I call the cherry sleep protocol. Every evening, 2 hours before bed, Frank would eat a handful of tart cherries or drink 8 ounces of pure tart cherry juice. Within a week, something remarkable happened. For the first time in years, Frank told me, I fell asleep without tossing and turning for hours. And when I woke up, I actually felt rested. But the benefits didn't stop there. Better sleep meant more energy during the day, which meant more motivation to exercise, which led to better circulation and renewed interest in intimacy. Here's why tart cherries are so effective. They contain the highest natural concentration of melatonin found in any whole food. But unlike synthetic melatonin supplements, the melatonin in tart cherries comes packaged with other sleep-supporting compounds like anthocyanins and tryptophan. These compounds work together to not only help you fall asleep faster, but also improve the quality of your sleep. You spend more time in deep restorative sleep stages, which is when your body repairs itself, produces growth hormone, and consolidates memories. But tart cherries offer benefits beyond just sleep. They're incredibly powerful anti-inflammatory agents, which is crucial for people over 50. Chronic inflammation is like a slow fire burning throughout your body, causing pain, fatigue, and accelerated aging. The anthocyanins in tart cherries help extinguish this fire naturally. For circulation and intimacy, this anti-inflammatory effect is particularly important. Inflammation in blood vessels restricts blood flow, making it harder for blood to reach areas that are crucial for sexual response. By reducing inflammation, tart cherries help ensure that blood can flow freely throughout your body. There's also emerging research suggesting that tart cherries can help regulate cortisol levels, your body's main stress hormone. High cortisol is a libido killer and energy drain, particularly for people over 50. By helping to balance cortisol, tart cherries can help restore your natural energy, rhythms, and reignite your interest in intimacy. Here's something really interesting. Many people report that after incorporating tart cherries into their routine, they not only sleep better, but also dream more vividly and wake up feeling more emotionally balanced. Better emotional hormonal balance means better relationships, and better relationships often mean better intimacy. Now, you might be thinking, this all sounds great, but where do I find these specific cherries? And how do I know I'm getting the right ones? I'll answer that question in just a moment, but first let me tell you about the fifth and final fruit, the one that ties everything together and might be the most powerful of all. The fifth superfruit, acai berries, the ultimate antioxidant powerhouse. The fifth fruit on our list comes from the Amazon rainforest, where indigenous people have used it for centuries to maintain strength, stamina, and vitality well into old age. I'm talking about acai berries, small, dark, purple berries that pack more antioxidant power than almost any other food on the planet. Now, I know what you're thinking. Acai has been hyped and marketed to death, often with exaggerated claims and overpriced supplements. But here's the truth. When you get real high-quality acai, not the processed powders or sugary smoothie mixes, the results can be absolutely transformational. Let me share the story of Linda and Tom, a couple in their early 60s who had been married for 35 years. They came to me because their relationship had become more like roommates than lovers. Both were dealing with fatigue, weight gain, and a complete loss of interest in physical intimacy. I introduced them to what I call the acai revival protocol, pure freeze-dried acai berry powder mixed into a morning smoothie every day. Within 3 months, something remarkable happened. They both lost weight without dieting, their energy levels soared, and according to Linda, with a blush, we're acting like teenagers again. What makes acai so special? It starts with its incredible antioxidant content. Acai berries have an ORAC, oxygen radical absorbance capacity, score that's off the charts, higher than blueberries, higher than goji berries, higher than almost any other food you can eat. But it's not just about the quantity of antioxidants, it's about the specific types. Acai contains unique compounds called anthocyanins and flavonoids that specifically target the kind of cellular damage that causes aging. These compounds don't just neutralize free radicals, they actually help repair damaged cells and protect against future damage. For circulation, acai offers remarkable benefits. The anthocyanins in acai help strengthen blood vessel walls and improve their flexibility. This means better blood flow throughout your entire body, including to your heart, brain, and intimate areas. But here's where acai really shines for people over 50. It supports healthy weight management. As we age, our metabolism slows down, and it becomes increasingly difficult to maintain a healthy weight. Extra weight, particularly around the midsection, can interfere with hormone production and circulation. Acai helps by supporting healthy metabolism and reducing inflammation that can interfere with your body's ability to burn fat effectively. Many people find that adding acai to their routine helps them lose stubborn weight that they couldn't shed through diet and exercise alone. For intimacy, acai offers unique benefits for both men and women. The improved circulation supports sexual response, while the energy-boosting properties help combat the fatigue that often interferes with intimate moments. Many couples report that acai helps them feel more connected and interested in physical affection. There's also some fascinating research suggesting that acai can help balance hormones naturally. The healthy fats in acai provide the building blocks your body needs to produce hormones, while the antioxidants protect hormone-producing glands from damage. But perhaps most importantly, acai seems to have an overall energizing effect that goes beyond just physical energy. Many people report feeling more optimistic, more motivated, and more engaged with life after adding acai to their routine. Now, here's the crucial part. Not all acai products are created equal. The acai bowls you see at trendy cafes are usually loaded with sugar and contain very little actual acai. The pills and powders sold in health food stores are often processed in ways that destroy the beneficial compounds. How to get these fruits and transform your life? Now that you know about these 5 powerful fruits, you're probably wondering how to actually get them and incorporate them into your daily routine without it becoming complicated or expensive. This is where most people get overwhelmed and give up before they even start. But I'm going to make this as simple as possible for you. Let's start with pomegranates. The key is getting them when they're in season, typically from October through February. Look for fruits that feel heavy for their size and have deep red skin without cracks. Here's the secret to eating them without making a mess. Cut the pomegranate in half, hold it cut side down over a bowl, and tap the back with a wooden spoon. The seeds will fall right out. If fresh pomegranates aren't available, look for 100% pomegranate juice with no added sugars. You'll want to drink about 8 ounces daily, preferably in the morning on an empty stomach for maximum absorption. For figs, fresh is always best, but they can be hard to find and expensive. Here's what most people don't know. Frozen figs retain almost all of their nutritional benefits and are available year-round. You can also find high-quality dried figs, but make sure they don't have added sulfur or sugar. Dragon fruit might seem exotic, but it's becoming more common in in regular grocery stores. Look for fruits that give slightly when pressed but aren't too soft. To eat them, simply cut in half and scoop out the flesh with a spoon. If you can't find fresh dragon fruit, frozen dragon fruit pulp is available online and in some health food stores. Tart cherries are probably the easiest to find. Look for Montmorency tart cherry juice in the health food section of your grocery store. Make sure it's 100% cherry juice with no added sugars. You can also find frozen tart cherries, which are perfect for smoothies. For acai, this is where you need to be most careful. Avoid the processed powders and pills. Instead, look for frozen acai pulp packets, usually found in the frozen fruit section of health food stores. These contain pure acai with no additives. Now, here's how to combine these fruits for maximum benefit. I call it the Vitality 5 protocol, and it's designed to be simple enough that you'll actually stick with it. Morning, 7 to 8 a.m. Start your day with half a dragon fruit and 8 ounces of pomegranate juice. This gives you immediate energy and gets your circulation moving. Mid-morning, 10 to 11 a.m. Have 2 to 3 fresh figs or a handful of dried figs. This supports your hormone production throughout the day. Afternoon, 2 to 3 p.m. Make an acai smoothie with frozen acai pulp, water or coconut water, and a little honey if needed. This prevents the afternoon energy crash and keeps your metabolism burning. Evening, 7 to 8 p.m. Have a handful of tart cherries or 8 ounces of tart cherry juice. This prepares your body for restorative sleep. The total cost, less than $5 per day. Probably less than what you spend on coffee. And unlike expensive supplements or medications, these are foods that you can enjoy eating. But here's what's really important. Start with just one fruit. Don't try to do everything at once. Pick the one that addresses your biggest concern. If it's energy, start with dragon fruit. If it's sleep, start with tart cherries. If it's circulation, start with pomegranates. Give it 2 weeks of consistent use before adding another fruit. This allows your body to adjust and lets you clearly see the benefits of each addition. The science behind the magic now. I know some of you might be thinking, this sounds too good to be true. How can simple fruit have such powerful effects? Let me share some of the fascinating science behind why these fruits are so effective, especially for people over 50. As we age, several key changes happen in our bodies. Our mitochondria, those cellular power plants I mentioned earlier, become less efficient. Our blood vessels become stiffer and narrower. Our hormone production declines. Our sleep patterns change, and our bodies become less efficient at absorbing nutrients from food. These changes don't happen overnight, and they don't happen in isolation. They're all connected, which is why addressing just one aspect, like taking a hormone supplement or a sleep medication, often doesn't provide the comprehensive improvement people are looking for. What makes these 5 fruits so powerful is that they address multiple aspects of aging simultaneously. Let me break down the science. Cellular energy, dragon fruit and acai provide the specific nutrients your mitochondria need to function efficiently. They contain CoQ10 precursors, B vitamins, and antioxidants that protect and repair these cellular power plants. Circulation, pomegranates and tart cherries contain compounds that increase nitric oxide production and reduce arterial inflammation. This improves blood flow throughout the entire body, including to organs that are crucial for energy and intimacy. Hormone balance. Figs contain amino acids that serve as building blocks for hormone production, while acai provides the healthy fats needed for hormone synthesis. Both fruits also contain compounds that help protect hormone-producing glands from oxidative damage. Sleep quality. Tart cherries contain natural melatonin along with other sleep-supporting compounds. Better sleep means better hormone production, cellular repair, and energy restoration. Nutrient absorption. All 5 fruits contain enzymes and compounds that improve digestion and nutrient absorption, ensuring that your body can actually use the nutrition you're providing it. But here's what's really fascinating. These fruits seem to have what scientists call synergistic effects. That means the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. When you consume these fruits together, they enhance each other's benefits in ways that we're only beginning to understand. Recent research has also shown that the bioactive compounds in these fruits can actually influence gene expression, literally turning on genes associated with longevity and turning off genes associated with aging and disease. There's also emerging evidence that these compounds can help protect and even regenerate telomeres, the protective caps on the end of chromosomes that shorten as we age. Longer telomeres are associated with increased lifespan and better health in later years. Common mistakes to avoid. Before I share my final thoughts, let me warn you about some common mistakes that can sabotage your success with these fruits. Mistake number 1, trying to do everything at once. I can't stress this enough. Start with one fruit and give it time to work before adding others. Your body needs time to adjust, and you need to be able to clearly identify which fruits are providing which benefits. Mistake Mistake number 2, buying processed versions. Those HIA bowls at the smoothie shop might taste good, but they're loaded with sugar and contain very little actual acai. Pomegranate-flavored drinks are not the same as 100% pomegranate juice. Always read labels and choose the purest forms available. Mistake number 3, inconsistent consumption. Eating these fruits occasionally won't provide the benefits we've discussed. Your body needs consistent nutrition to repair and regenerate. It's better to eat a small amount daily than a large amount once a week. Mistake number 4, expecting instant results. I know I mentioned this before, but it's worth repeating. Real healing takes time. Don't give up if you don't see dramatic changes in the first few days. Give your body at least 2 to 3 weeks to start showing you what it can do. Mistake number 5, ignoring other aspects of health. While these fruits are incredibly powerful, they're not magic bullets. You still need adequate sleep, some physical activity, and stress management. Think of these fruits as powerful allies in your health journey, not complete solutions. Mistake number 6, not tracking your progress. Keep a simple journal of how you feel each day. Note your energy levels, sleep quality, mood, and any other changes you notice. This will help you see patterns and improvements that might be subtle at first. Mistake number 7, buying poor quality products. Not all fruits are created equal. Organic is always better when possible, and freshness matters. Frozen fruits are often better than fresh fruits that have been sitting in stores for weeks. The bigger picture, aging on your terms. As we near the end of our time together, I want to step back and talk about the bigger picture. This isn't really about fruit. It's about taking control of your aging process and refusing to accept decline as inevitable. For too long, we've been told that getting older means getting sicker, weaker, and less vital. We've been conditioned to expect that our 50s, 60s, and beyond will be characterized by doctor visits, medications, and gradual withdrawal from the activities and relationships we love. But what if that's not true? What if the decline we associate with aging is actually the result of nutritional deficiency, environmental toxins, and lifestyle factors that we can control? The truth is, your body has an incredible capacity for healing and regeneration at any age. Every cell in your body is replaced on a regular cycle. Your skin cells every few weeks, your blood cells every few months, even your bone cells every few years. This means that the body you have today is literally not the same body you had a year ago. If your body is constantly regenerating itself, why do we get sicker and weaker with age? The answer lies in the quality of the building materials, the nutrients we provide for this regeneration process. When you provide your body with the specific nutrients it needs for optimal function, it can repair damage, regenerate healthy tissue, and even reverse some of the changes we associate with aging. These 5 fruits provide some of the most powerful regenerative nutrients available in nature. But more than that, they represent a philosophy of taking control of your health rather than passively accepting decline. Every time you choose to eat a pomegranate, instead of reaching for a processed snack, you're making a declaration. I refuse to accept that my best days are behind me. Every time you drink tart cherry juice, instead of taking a sleeping pill, you're saying, I trust my body's ability to heal itself when given the right support. This is about more than just feeling better. It's about reclaiming your power to influence your own aging process, your 30-day challenge. I want to leave you with a challenge. For the next 30 days, I want you to commit to incorporating at least one of these 5 fruits into your daily routine. Choose the one that addresses your biggest concern. If energy is your main issue, start with dragon fruit. If sleep problems are holding you back, begin with tart cherries. If circulation and intimacy are concerns, focus on pomegranates. If hormonal balance is your priority, emphasize figs. If overall vitality and anti-aging are your goals, begin with acai. But here's the key. I want you to commit not just to eating the fruit, but to paying attention to how you feel. Keep a simple daily journal with just 3 entries. 1. Energy level, 1 to 10. 2. Mood, 1 to 10. 3. One thing you noticed about how you felt today. At the end of 30 days, look back at your journal. I'm confident you'll see patterns and improvements that will convince you to continue and possibly add more of these powerful fruits to your routine. But even more importantly, I want you to share your results. Comment below and let me know which fruit you chose and how it's working for you. Your success might inspire someone else to take control of their health journey. Remember, you're not just changing what you eat, you're changing your relationship with aging itself. You're choosing to believe that your best days can still be ahead of you, regardless of your current age. Don't forget to like this video and come back for the next